this percentage going on 3. How will they the battery another here the battery?
Ladies and gentlemen, just witnessing the arrival of His Excellency Dr. Alex Otti OFR for yet another edition of the monthly media chat. Governor Alex Otti Speaks to Abians. Abians.
Ala agoziri obodo Chukwu Abia bụ obodo ahịa na
Interact with you. Tonight we have Chinezerem Abakuru and Wisdom Thomas, respectively, as the moderators. But before they begin, I would like to yield the microphone to His Excellency, as usual, for his opening remarks. Thank you.
Good evening, dear Abia, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press, our compatriots who are joining from their homes. Let me welcome all of you. Thank you for joining this media chat this evening. I want to start by thanking God for seeing all of us into the year 2026. We're also very happy that the season went very well in the state. We had a lot of visitors, our friends, our neighbors, our family members, and a lot of Nigerians who visited. And we didn't hear any bad stories, so we thank God. We also want to thank those who contributed in one way or the other to make this season a successful one, particularly the security agencies who worked around the clock to ensure everything went well. We can't take them for granted. We want to say thank you to all of them, collectively and individually. Since the last time we met, a whole lot has happened. We continue with our push to make education available, affordable to every Abian and those living in Abia. Reconstruction projects continue in the different schools, and the renovation, rebuilding, retrofitting of hostels, offices in the Abia State University, Abia State College of Education Technical, Arochukwu, and the Ogbonneonu Polytechnic. Continue, particularly Ogbonneonu Polytechnic, where construction work is ongoing at the male and female hostels at the permanent site, while we are fixing buildings in the site where they are operating from now in Aba. We're also pushing the levers at the permanent site in Osisioma. And a lot of work has gone on and continue to go on there. Some of the hostels we renovated at Abia State University have come into use, and more renovation is still going on. The positive results coming out from the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education show that enrollment has moved from about 117,000 a year ago to over 300,000 as at the end of last month. And that's exactly the kind of result we expect. So it's good news. The recruitment of 4,000 additional teachers is on at the moment. And we are paying a lot of attention to be sure that things move smoothly. We on road, we continue to fire on all of cylinders. Outside the several routes undergoing construction in different parts of the state under the direct labor agency. We have over 30 roads that are under contract, and a lot of them are getting to finishing stages. The pictures I saw coming out of Ovom Street show that the place is either ready or will be ready for commissioning in the next few days. So also some other projects in other parts of the state. Within the month of February, specifically on the 13th of February, we'll be commissioning the Omenoko Bridge and the Abam, Okubo, Amove, Arochukwu Road. Both projects will be commissioned on Friday, the 13th of February, 2026. We had also announced that very shortly we will be flagging off the construction or reconstruction of the Orata route, and of course the old express route, so that the complete recovery of Aba would have happened. In the area of housing, we are out of the drawing board. We've been on the drawing board for a while, and I'm happy to report that we are out, and very soon we will be flagging off the pocket layout construction, housing construction for civil servants, and that is here in Umuahia. And of course, there are several other housing projects that are also ready for flag off. One is in MBC, the other one is in Mbarakoma, and the third one is in Obakala. And we hope to flag all of them off shortly. The area of sports, to give more energy to Enyimba, we've just hired a coach, Mr. DDD Gustava Emmanuel. And he's a professional coach and a good footballer. So we believe that with him on board at Enyimba, and of course with the other administrators, that Enyimba will begin to do better and the story will be different. We also have signed a groundbreaking partnership to digitally grade and rate every hotel and hospitality facility in the state. We are working in partnership with a group called Amena Tourism and Hospitality Limited. In the next few months, all the hotels will be assessed using the global positioning system, tagging, and verified criteria that is used to classify hotels, guest houses, and lodges. So that at the click of a button, you can see the hotels, get their rates, and then their rating, and make your choice without necessarily visiting. In the area of science and technology, we are launching a pilot biogas program at Michael Okpara University of Agriculture, Umudike. And the whole idea is to turn waste into clean energy and provide Abia with renewable energy from biogas. So, and this is a pilot program. So we want, instead of the waste, organic waste that we are disposing, we can turn them with this technology into energy, clean energy, and we'll be able to power a whole lot more places, particularly in the Umuahia ring fence. Talking about the Umuahia ring fence, I had reported earlier that our offer to EEDC had been accepted, and we are in the process of raising the funds to pay off EEDC. On the 24th of December, the Abia State Electricity Regulation Authority took over from the National Electricity Regulation Authority. The regulation, so everything about distribution, generation, and transmission are going to be regulated within the state. And the whole idea is to ensure energy sufficiency and independence in the state. Just like the Aba Power provides power for the Aba ring fence. I'm sure you would have been aware that some of the disasters that happened recently, our state was not affected because a whole part of our power asset is within our authority. And that is the whole idea about acquiring the Omuahia ring fence. I'm happy that we're making a lot of progress in that area. Now, on health, we all know that this administration is intentional about making about health care and making it available and affordable to our people. The Project Epueme phase 1 is now complete, and the 200 primary health care centers have been completed. Many of them have been functionalized. Those that have not been functionalized will be functionalized very soon. We insist that before a primary health care center is functionalized, that it must have not just all the facilities, minimum standards that we have set up, but again, the experts. You may have been aware that we hired about over 600 healthcare professionals recently, and we are deploying them. Some of them have not resumed. And so as they resume, we'll deploy them, and we insist that before we open any primary health care center, that we must have healthcare professionals to run those centers. We also have awarded the construction of a brand new general hospital in Ndoke, Okwa East. And just recently, the contractor took over the site after the original site had problems, and our consultants insisted that we needed a better place, and luckily Anandoke son provided, that is the general overseer of OPM, Apostle Chibozo Gift Chinyere, provided us with a large expanse of land free of charge, and we've handed it over to the contractor. So before the end of the year, a general hospital will be standing in Okwa East. All the other 3 tertiary healthcare centers, and that's Abia State University Teaching Hospital in Aba, the specialist hospital at Tamachara, and the one at Umunato. Construction is going on in all of them. And we hope that very soon the construction will be complete, and then we fit them out and declare them open for public use. The water project that we flagged off as CKC in Aba, I understand is almost complete. A lot of materials had to be changed because that place had not been used for several years. So within the year, it will be commissioned and will begin to supply water to parts of Aba. There's also one in Ariaria, another one in Omuahia. In fact, there are a few of them in Omuahia. So we are taking them gradually, methodically, but seriously. And we want to get to that stage where water will be running in our kitchens, just like it used to happen in those days when we were growing up here. And I believe it is possible. The one we are doing at Arochukwu College of Education Technical is also 90% complete. And by the time it's complete, we'll also be able to supply water to other parts of Arochukwu, I'm told. I guess I'll leave it here and then now open it up for questions. So, moderators, let me welcome you. Wisdom, right? And Chile Jeremiah. Yes. Thank you for joining. I hand over the microphone now to the two of you to moderate. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Maybe we should begin by saying a Happy New Year to everyone, since this is our first meeting this year. Now we move on to ask for our questions, and we shall begin with the print media. So we'll take 4 questions from the print. If you are in that category, please raise your hand. But before we do, we'd like to let you know that this program is on live on BCA 88.1 FM, Flow 94.9 FM, Family Love 99.9 FM, Magic 102.9 FM.
It's equally live on Vision Africa 104.1 FM, Enyimba 94.3 FM, Real FM 99.1 FM, Sun FM 91.3 FM Igbere, Sun FM 91.9 FM Aba.
Zig 96.3 FM, Spain 95.3 FM, Rapid 96.5 FM, Paysetter 103.5 FM.
It's equally live on Buzz 89.7 FM, Masters 105.9 FM, Dawn 103.7 FM, Scales 87.7 FM. It would equally be streamed live on major online platforms.
Having said that, let's now take questions from the print. And we have one hand up, please. Go ahead and give your question, yes.
Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Leonard Okache, I report for News Agency of Nigeria. Your Excellency, I wish to commend you for what you're doing in the disability community. We've witnessed significant progress in that community since inception of your administration in making sure that we ensure inclusive society. If I stand here to begin to count many things we have done, I won't be able to stop today. But Your Excellency, I wish to draw attention to your promise sometime last year concerning that commission, the community. You promised, you gave approval for the establishment of the zonal office for the National Disability Commission here in Umuahia. It's over 1 year now. We don't know what is happening. Has the office been established? Your Excellency, also in this community, which I'm so passionate about, I attended some of their events, and I noticed that in this community, disability community, that whenever they are going for their programs, they don't have, I say bus that they will use for their event. And you know their peculiarity. And I know that there is a commission for that particular community. Is there anything that this administration is doing to ensure that these people have the bus that is accessible for them?
Okay,
thank you so much, Your Excellency.
Thank you. We'll take the next question. Please remember, when we give you the microphone, you're entitled to just one question, please.
Okay. Your Excellency, my name is Alex Otti, and it's such a privilege to stand before you this evening to appreciate you for the road that has rewritten the narrative and byword of no easy road to Arochukwu. As you commission that road and the bridge on the 13th, we all will really celebrate and appreciate you. Now, my question is regarding the recent comment by former governors leading the rest of political appointees of certain era, in which they said they will go to court to challenge your operating from your residential home as a government house. And then one of them said the roads he built, you are just repenting it. Some of them have been very friendly before now. So one wonders what actually went wrong at this time. Now we have the opportunity to hear from you, your own side of the story. Thank you.
Okay, next, please. There's a lady here who's raising her hand.
Your Excellency, sir. Good evening, sir. My name is Ijento Ihaka. Sir, there's a report from the Akri Kobu people in Okwa, East local government area. They are alleging that the intervention of the deputy governor in their matter is not helping them. It does appear as if the state wants to concede part of their lands to Akwa Ibom people. Sir, I wouldn't know if you're aware of this, and if you are, what is being done to solve this problem, sir? Thank you.
Okay, maybe we'll take the last from the print media before His Excellency. Okay, yes, thank you.
Good evening, sir, and Happy New Year. Sir, please, I want to bring to your notice. Okay, my name is Henrietta Shikodi. I write for the Statesman newspapers. So I want to bring to your notice Umopara Secondary School. We happened to interact with the old boys last year, December, and they told us that they wanted to donate to the school, but they couldn't because they were warned. In fact, the principal told them that once they make this donation, before 1 week, they would have stolen those things they intended to donate. So we asked why. They said the school is not fenced, and bad boys or hoodlums do have access freely to the school. And also, the school is in a very terrible state. Though you've been trying so much in schools, but I just feel that you should look into this one that people want to donate, but they cannot because of the criminality is taking place in that arena. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you. Let me start from Henrietta's comments. I've taken note of Umwapara Secondary School, right? In Umuahia South. Okay. Like I said, we took just the first set of 221 schools. He couldn't have gone round. So maybe Umwapara Secondary School is not one of the 221. But every school we are renovating, we are fencing. So the chief security officer is here, and I'm sure he's taking note. So it is unfortunate that the principal turned down gifts. He or she should have accepted the gift first, and then we'll secure it and then come back to do what we have to do. But having said that, we will go and have a look and see if the school can make it into the next set of schools to be renovated. Ihaka, your comment about Akrikobu is very strange, because when this problem started, I intervened. I called my colleague in Akwa Ibom, and both of us agreed that my deputy and his own will meet last Wednesday at the disputed place in Akrikobu. And they met with community leaders, and everybody was happy with the decision they took. So this is very strange. This is not the report that I had, not just from the deputy governor, but from other people. So I would ask the deputy governor if he has this report. And if he doesn't, then we may have to come back to you to know exactly from where you got the report. I hope you don't mind. Good. Okachi, right? Thank you for your comments about the Disability Commission and people living with disabilities. I had given the instruction for the Zonal Disability Commission to be allocated land for their office. So I may not have the feedback now, but I've taken note, and I would ask the chairman of the commission what has happened. But then the issue of bus for people with disability, I take it that you are making a request for a bus. So I will note it. But in the interim, we have buses that are in the pool, and they are available for everyone. But I also know that because we are talking about people who living with disabilities, some of those buses are not wheelchair compliant. So we probably need buses, or at least a bus that is designed for people living with disabilities. Ibako, thank you for your commendation on the completion of the Ozuabam Okobo Arochukwu Road. You pointed my attention to the meeting that was held by my predecessors and some of their appointees. Ordinarily, I have refused to respond to that. The only response I gave to it was that it was noise. And I still believe it was noise. You asked if that somebody wants to sue me for not operating from his house in Umuahia. Yeah. Well, I'm waiting to be sued. My lawyers are prepared. I've looked at the Constitution. I didn't find where there's a provision that I must live somewhere. And I know that Abia people are not interested in where I live. They are interested in the work I do. But then the state in which they left the government house was not such that I could have lived there. So I'm sure you are aware that reconstruction is going on in both the governor's office and the residence. But I don't owe them that explanation. For the others that have been going about and saying all sorts of things, I don't think I have a response. For the simple reason that the people whose mandate we hold are in the best position to respond, and they have been responding. The one that led it said that he was in his house maintaining friendship, and then we attacked him. But I think he forgot that he was not in his house, but he was in Ebonyi on the 1st of this month, where he lampooned us and said that he will work for the president and ensure that his party takes over the whole of Abia State, from the local government, from the House of Assembly to governorship. Maybe he forgot that, because if he had been in his house like he had always been, I'm not sure we would have had any need to respond to him. But he left his house and went to Ebonyi and started lampooning us. And we didn't even respond. We just asked a simple question. And the question is, this president that you are dropping his name, is it something new? Or have you always worked for him? If you worked for him in 2023, show us how you won and he lost an election that was conducted the same day, at the same time. Just a simple question. But I haven't said that. It is my responsibility to show respect to people who occupy this position before now, and that's what I have always done. So if I begin to respond, say things that would take away from that position that I have taken, so I will not respond. Did anything go wrong? Not to my knowledge, except that somebody started attacking us. But I haven't said that. The important thing, like I said, is the people, and power belongs to the people. And it is who the people wants that would serve them. So when some people go about making comments as if the people don't matter, at the appropriate time, the people will come out and show that they matter. Because it's universal adult suffrage, one man, one vote. So I don't know if I have answered your question, Ibako. All right, thank you.
We appreciate you, Your Excellency. At this juncture, it's time for the radio. A simple indication will help. Let me begin with you, Emerimba. Thank you.
A very good evening to you, Your Excellency. I am Imeremba. I will start with commendation on behalf of my people, the Oro Iberi Autonomous Community. We had erosion menace devastating the community. But at your approval, the erosion issue is almost a thing of the past. So I want to, on behalf of the Oro Iberi Autonomous Community, commend you profoundly on that. Now to my question, sir, is on education. Are there anything this administration, your administration, sorry, is doing towards what we call bursary for indigent students and scholarship? What we have like the scholarship board. For a long time now, we have not heard anything from them. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Let's come over to this side. Please, the microphone to him. Stan, you are next.
Your Excellency, Anabom Chidi Asonye, Nara Zik FM 6.0 Maya. Naiku, Your Excellency. Ndeli neba, bundi na basa akụkọ ma ọ bụ ndị nta akụkọ. Ọ bụkwa maka na nkwụ na nkwụ dị na mma mere igu na igu ji echikọrịta. Whosoever that the journalists go to is important. Whosoever that comes to the journalist is important. Naiku, ina arụ dị mma, ina arụ gbapụtara ihe. Ina arụ nke na-ekwesịghị iji enyo na-ele ihe agba n'aka. Ma ofu ihe na-ara ya ahụ dịka ndị nta akụkọ na steeti Abia. N'ime afọ abụọ na ụma ndị gara aga, anaghị na-arụkọ ọrụ nke ọma. Anyị so ga-ebu ibu a, anyị so ga-achọ ka emepe steeti Abia gafee n'oge ọnụ ugbu a. Ma ọ na-ewute ndị isi nta akụkọ na steeti Abia n'ime afọ abụọ anyị na-agbarịsị mbọ ka anyị hụ gị. Ma ọ dịbeghị mfe. Ụzọ niile si m gaa mee ka ọwụ na mụ na anyị ga-ahụ na anyị na gị ga-ahụ. Agbachala mbọ niile, ọ dị nke dabara adaba, ọ dị nke dị ire. Ndị otu nwere na-ajụ sị, ọ bụ na agụba adịghị nkọ ka ọ bụ na ọkpụisi amaghị agbụ, ọ na ya ma otu esi arịọta arịrịọ ka anyị na gị hụ ka anyị na gị daa ntị ka ọ bụ na ya na-enweta ya na-ekwu ndewo sir.
I've already given somebody. Stand, please.
But achọrọ m ịghọta okwu gị. Eche m na ịgbatuola. Ka ihe wu ihe na-ese. Nye microphone.
Nnaikwu, onwe ka ihe na-ese okwu na-abụ na mbọ niile agbarala ka ọ bụ na gị nwa na ndị isi ndị nta akụkọ na steeti Abia nwere ndarịta ntị na ọ dịbeghị ire n'ime afọ abụọ ndị a anyị na-anwarịsị ka anyị hụ gị.
Okay. Ị chọrọ nzukọ mụ na unu.
Nnaikwu,
na-awụ nke a anyị na-eme ebe a.
Ndị isi ndị nta akụkọ.
Oke, ndị isi ndị nta akụkọ. Ka ịkwana onye gị na ya na-ekwu ya.
Esi ka deta akwụkwọ site n'aka onye mgbasa ozi gị edela ugboro 5. Ọ dịbeghị nke e nwere ezi nzaghachi. Ọ na-ewute, ọ na-egbu mgbu n'obi, ya dịka onwe ha mere.
O nwere ike ya bụrụ na o nwetaghị akwụkwọ ahụ i dere.
O nke nyere n'aka nna ya ukwu.
Okay. Ịma onye na-ahụ ihe gbasara nta akụkọ kọmishọna eme?
Ama m ya.
Ọ na ebe a na ọ ya na-ekpu kekpu okpu mmemme.
Ama m onye ọbụla ikwu.
Ọ ga-akpọta unu. Nke ahụ enye nsogbu, o kwesịrị ịbata ebe a. Ọ ga-akpọta unu.
Your Excellency, my name is Stanley Mba. Your Excellency, I want to appreciate you for what you've done around the Okagwe Nkwebi Road. I took a tour to Oboro or Hafia, that area, and I passed through that road. I have to really use this medium to thank you for what you've done for the Okagwe Nkwebi people. Now, there's a road from Kwebi to Bend the Ohafia Road, where you have the More Bridge and the rest of them. There's a road from there. That road was built by the Okpara administration. As we speak today, sir, the people of Nkwebi will find it very hard to get to Oboro, Ndudumuku, and also Ndiako. Your Excellency, whenever it rains, they don't step out. Vehicles can no longer enter there. Bikes can no longer enter there. And the way they tie their dead ones to the mortuary, it's a difficult one also. Now, we're entering the rainy season. If your caterpillar magic fails to touch there, they will be in a very big trouble. I urge you, Your Excellency, do something for these people because they are in dire need of a road that will help them move their products, their farm products, to the city. It's as bad as I tell you.
Thank you. Over to you now, sir.
All right, Imeremba, thank you for your commendation on the erosion control at your place. That's why we are here. Your question about bursary and scholarship for indigent students. Bursary for indigent students and scholarship, we are looking at it. And very soon we'll come up with a policy. But in the interim, we've had people approach us on a one-on-one basis, particularly the Honorable Commissioner for Poverty Alleviation and Social Protection. We now have come up with a policy in that area, and then the next one will be the scholarship board and then the bursary support. I've responded to Chidi Asonye. Stanley, thank you for commending us on the Okagwe Road. This one about Nkwebi to Bend on Hafia Road. The situation is that a lot of roads were in different states of disrepair in this state before now. So we are taking them as much as we can, because you can't finish everything within the short 32 months that we have spent here. So I will take note, and then I will check if this road made it to the 2026 budget. If it didn't make it to the 2026 budget, then it may be difficult to do anything within the dry season. So Honorable Commissioner for Works, if he's here, if he's not here, someone else can note this. Special Advisor, Monitoring and Evaluation. The name of the road is Nkwebi to Bende on Hafia Road. So, first of all, let's see if it made it to the 2026 budget. If it didn't, and we must do it, then we will have to, within the year, either do a environment or a supplementary budget to accommodate it. So that would be my response. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I'd like to remind our listeners that you can join the conversation when it's time via the WhatsApp number 0907 462 1067. That is 0907 462 1067. Now let's take questions from the television category. 3 questions. I have one hand behind. The lady behind. The young man, the cameraman in front. One more person. Okay, and the lady in black.
Good evening, Your Excellency.
Oh my. It was Nora. It's Nora's hand I saw. Go ahead.
Okay. Chinwe Ugele is my name. Your Excellency, some months ago, or a few months ago, WAEC had its conference here in Abia State, and it did declare that come 2026, we are in 2026, that the WASI will be done the CBT way. Your Excellency, we've gone around schools in Abia State, and we've seen the facilities they have in terms of computers or internet services. I'd like to know what the government would do to ensure that schools, especially the public schools, participate in the WAEC, 2026 WAEC, given the CBT transition that WAEC has offered for this year. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Okay, let's have the Nora, since she's already, the mic is already there.
Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Nora Okafor. I still represent Arise News. Your Excellency, mine is a plea, because while you spoke, you actually talked about the commissioning of the Omenoko Bridge and the Okobo Road. But I'm worried that the road that you flagged off in 2024, Ohafia Ihechiowa Ututu, Arochuku Road, the timeline you gave has elapsed, and the contractor is yet to do the needful. And my worry is that we had gone there to check on it, and we realized that he had jumped Ihechiowa and also jumped to Tutu and moved to Arochuku. Please, sir, I want to appeal on behalf of the people of Ututu and Ihechiowa that the contractor returns to site and do the needful. Thank you.
Let's have a man this time, the cameraman in front. In front, here. Please bring the mic this way.
Good evening, Your Excellency. I am both a cameraman and a reporter. My name is Emmanuel Wanzwe. I report for Afia TV. Your Excellency, I have an observation. Before my question, it's been observed that some of the newly recruited teachers do not go to work regularly. And this report is coming from Umuahia South. And some of them go to work 2 times in a week. And one wonders if that was enshrined in their employment letter. Now to my question. Your Excellency, following the insecurity that bedeviled Lopanta area, especially the cattle market there, your government took a decision to fence around that market with a promise to also make that market not just a cattle market, but a conventional market like we have around us. How far has that decision been implemented? Thank you.
That we hand over to you now, Your Excellency.
All right, thank you, Chinwe. Thank you for your question about WAEC and CBT transition. We're working on it. In fact, the matter was brought to my attention not too long ago. So the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education are on it, and I have no doubt that our children will not be denied the opportunity to write WAEC. So we do whatever is required to ensure that we are compliant and we are ready. Nora Okafor. Yes, the report about the Ohafia Rochuku Road has been brought to my attention by the ministry, and I had summoned the contractor That happened, I believe, last Sunday, and the contractor was given a matching order to intensify action and ensure that the road is delivered as quickly as possible. So we're already on it, and I'm sure that if you have been there recently, you will see that they have started work again. Emmanuel Wadsworth, this is very strange report that some of the newly recruited teachers are not regular at work. So the chairman of ASUBEB, the Honorable Commissioner for Basic and Secondary Education, and the Special Advisor to the Governor of Basic and Secondary Education, I hope you are taking note. I want to get a response on this. And if this is true, I would like to know why it is so. Because that is not part of their contract. Their contract, they took a full-time job, and they have to be at work every day. Your question about Law Panther, work is going on. The designs took a lot of time, but I think we are through with the design now. We'll soon start, but you would have noticed that the place has been fenced. Yeah, so it is now the construction of the market, mixed use market, so that it's not just cattle market. And it makes a lot of sense. Why would you dedicate a market to just cattle? So yeah, the design is ready. I think we have approved the design, haven't we? Where is the Honorable Commissioner for Land? He's not here. Okay, but I know we have approved the design. We went back and forth on it for a while, but they have been approved. So work will start very soon on it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. It is time for the online platform.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Promise Ozoma Okoro, PU. Your Excellency, in line with Section 212, subsection 2 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, which provides for the constitution of a committee for prerogative of mercy. Your Excellency, I want to ask, when do your administration intend to constitute this constitutional committee which will enable the review and possible pardon for deserving convicts? Thank you very much.
Okay, let's take the lady from there.
Hello.
Can you please get the microphone to her, please? Yes.
Good evening, Your Excellency, appointees, and my colleagues. Happy New Year, sir. My governor, sir.
Your platform, please.
Glow Daily Facts.
Thank you.
Abiakam Gloria Ife is my name. Abia State has existed for over 3 decades, yet is one of the few states without a functional federal secretariat. Sir, I know what you've been doing, how you've been partnering and doing roles on behalf of the federal government. I want to bring to your notice that apart from the security agencies, many of the MDAs, federal MDAs here, they don't have functional office. The landlords have chased them out. And last year, there was flagging off of the new federal secretariat along the express going towards Okibu axis. Sabet, there is no visible development. I want to ask now, I don't know what accounts for the delay or what would stop Abia State from having this federal secretariat within a stipulated timeline. Sir, the federal staff, they are really suffering. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Let's take Abia Fat. Take the microphone to him. Thank you.
Your Excellency, good evening. My name is Emenike Iro Ebu. Your Excellency, some few weeks ago, INEC brought out a report where they stated that the tenure of Julius Abore has expired. Going further, Your Excellency, a federal high court also in Abuja came up with a decision of the court stating that the recognized Labour Party leadership is that is led by Nenadi, the senator. Up to this moment, Your Excellency, people have been expecting that the name on the INEC register would have changed to the new leadership as pronounced by the court. But that has not been done. And a lot of people are afraid, considering the election period are very close. Your Excellency, my question is this. Are you still going to run on that platform of the Labour Party? Or what is holding INEC? Well, INEC, you're not in INEC, so I should not ask you that question. But people are afraid. Are you still going to run on that platform? Or do you have other alternative? Thank you, Excellency.
Thank you very much for the questions. Your Excellency, it's time to respond.
All right, thank you. PUO, your question on prerogative of mercy committee. The committee is in place and has been in place since 2023. We had a look at the possible beneficiaries of the prerogative of mercy in 2023, December 2023. We didn't find any. We repeated the process, December 2024, we still didn't find any. And last December, we still didn't find any. We don't want to extend mercy to those who are not deserving of mercy, so that they don't come out when somebody is convicted of murder, armed robbery, killing. You don't want to release them so they don't come out and continue their activities. So part of the peace and tranquility we enjoy here is because some of those people have been locked away. So I think we better leave them where they are. Gloria, your question about Federal Secretariat. Yes, it's in order. It's just that there's not too much I can do. I have worked with some federal lawmakers, and we are very positive that the work would have started last year, but there was no budget for it. And once you don't have budget for it, there's nothing you can do. So we'll continue to engage to ensure that work will start. We've been able to accommodate a few of federal officers in different places where we can. And we'll continue to do that. Even the state itself is struggling with space. We even intend to build a second secretariat, a new one, within this financial year. Is in our budget. Emenike Irebu, your question about Labour Party is in order. From your account, clearly, it shows that we are on the right side, because we had maintained that Julius Abure's tenure had expired. And he went to court, and it ended at the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court affirmed that his tenure had expired. And, the matter at the Supreme Court was between the appellants Esther Nenade Osman, the acting national chairman, and distinguished Senator Darlington Mukocha, the acting national secretary. So the Supreme Court judgment confirmed that his tenure had expired, and actually also advised, and I quote, that people should be humble enough to vacate when their tenures expired, so that they would save the court from incessant litigation, unquote. So, and at another point he said, appeal succeeds. So if appeal succeeded, that means that the appellants succeeded, right? But INEC did not recognize them until Julius went back to a court in Nasarawa. And so, with the clear pronouncement asking INEC to recognize Julius Abure, recognize Senator Esther Nenade Osman, I believe that INEC will do that. I know that they were waiting for the certified true copy of the judgment, and I'm aware that the certified true copy has been forwarded to INEC, so I expect them in the next few days to recognize them. So, direct answer to your question, I am in Labour Party, and there is no election happening tomorrow. But if an election was going to happen tomorrow, I will still run on the platform of Labour Party. But then nobody knows tomorrow. So having said that, at least we know today. And today I'm in Labour Party. Except if you have any ideas for me. Emenike, I hope I have answered your question. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. We shall now take a few questions from our audience who wrote in via the platform. The Governor, in one of your media chats last year, dated 16th of October 2025, you promised to fix Obani ultra-modern market, and you gave instructions to the Chief of Staff to commence rebuilding Obani market. But surprisingly, nothing has been done up till now. Felix Ike from Obani.
Your Excellency, this is another message coming through. It's coming from Nneka Totti. It says, Your Excellency, you announced the extension of the retirement age for willing primary and secondary school teachers from 60 to 65 years. Following this, ASUBEB and SEMB conducted verification and medical fitness exercise, after which cleared teachers were asked to continue teaching. However, sir, those teachers who were cleared and have remained in service have not been paid salaries for over 5 months, including December. Can Your Excellency kindly clarify whether this policy has been fully implemented and what is responsible for the delay in payment? Thank you, sir.
Your Excellency, sir, during your electioneering campaigns before the 2023 elections, you promised to hand over schools to faith-based organizations. Since you came on board, series of meetings have been held with officials of the Ministry of Education, your senior special assistants on education and religious affairs on one hand, and faith-based organizations, and we submitted all the documents requested by your team, and suddenly all lights went off. We were told to wait until after the teachers' recruitment exercise, but till date, nothing has been heard again. Your Excellency, we know you're a man of your words, and you're almost completing your 3rd year in office. Is there any hope of this promise being fulfilled? The Venerable Chidi Wampa wrote in.
And this one is coming from Very Reverend Kenneth Mwobani, Director Amodo. It says, Your Excellency, the Amodo community says a massive thank you for constructing the Amodo Road after 35 years of neglect. This road is a lifeline for mental health care and our local economy. You've proven that infrastructure is a tool for social justice. We humbly appeal for solar lights at the center and strategic partnership to fix mental health across Abia State. May God richly bless you and your family. And I think the IJN there is in Jesus' name. Amen.
All right, thank you. I think I will take that one. Obani, ultra-modern market, Felix Ike. Yes, it's being worked on. When the instruction is given, there are a whole lot that goes into it. And the design and all the works. So we've not forgotten. It's actually being worked on. At least in the last ESCO, I got a briefing of how far they've gone. It's very strange to hear that salaries to teachers who were re-engaged or whose retirement was extended to 65 have not been paid, and I'm very surprised. The chairman of ASUBEB is here. A lot of things, negative things are coming around your area. So please, if you have people that you have not paid in the last 5 months up to December, it is not because I didn't have money to pay them, it's because you didn't bring them up. So please, can you take this up? This is not acceptable, because we paid everybody before the 28th of December. In fact, before the 28th of December, and paid 13th month salary. So if you have some of you are people who have not been receiving salaries, that means they didn't even receive the 13th month. So it's unacceptable. The issue of handover of schools raised by very Venerable Chidi Wampa. This has been on and handed it over to the SA on policies and intervention, who unfortunately is not here. I know at some point there was a little lacuna. We had just introduced free and compulsory education. And some of the faith-based organizations were struggling with it. And I said it should be resolved. I'm not sure I've got a feedback on that, because the faith-based organizations cannot implement free education. They must get some funding. So I thought there must be a way to resolve it. So, but it's good that it's brought to the front burner again. And I know that the people who are involved will brief me so that we can move that forward. Very Reverend Mwobani, thank you for the commendation on the road to Amudo. I'm surprised that street lights were not installed. Honorable Commissioner for Power and Public Utilities, please can you ensure that we install street lights? In fact, anywhere we construct a road, it's automatic that street lights follow. That is our standard here. So please, maybe that's an oversight, or maybe the direct labor agency that worked on it did not bring it up. But please, take it on board and deal with it. Thank you very much.
We'll take a few more. Our able governor, during last month's media chat, you said you had given instructions to pay salary arrears to absent retirees. You also said those who hadn't received may have verification issues. This is to inform you that none of us has been paid. Also, we have done every verification, documentation, and calculations have been done and signed by our Chief Medical Director and sent to the Accountant General's office at Umuahia. But the AG's office said the governor has to sign and give order to pay before the AG will order them to pay us. Please help us, sir. Chioma Abonta.
This one is coming from John. He said, I would want to respectfully draw the attention of the governor. The name of the person? John. John. Yes. Yeah. Okay, yeah, sorry. This one says, I would also like to respectfully draw your attention to the severe gully erosion at Umuchime, Obodyukwu in Umuokpara, Umuahia South LGA, as well as another erosion site at Umuago after Jomek School. He said these gullies have already destroyed homes and continue to pose serious safety risk, causing significant hardship for residents in those areas.
Your Excellency, why has the Abia State government not implemented the approved 2024 consolidated salary structure for tertiary institution workers, NASU and SANU, despite assurances and agreements reached after the suspension of the 14-day strike notice? Chioke Oba from Uturu.
This one says, Amiable Governor.
Three. I have three already. It should be three. So, yeah, it's three. All right, so Chioke Oba approved 2024 consolidated salary. If it had been approved, then it should be paid. I don't have any update on that. So please, can we note that and let me know why that had not been done? John talked about gully erosion in Obodyukwu and elsewhere. We will take note of that. Then Chioma Bonta, absent retirees not paid. We'll also look into it. I'm surprised that the Accountant General is talking about me signing the request. If it requires me to be my signature, then it should be brought to me. So please, can somebody look into that? I know that we have made provision for that payment, as at the time I talked about it. Yeah. I guess that should be about it. We've taken 6 from the platform. I think that should be fine. All right? Okay.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Okay. Thank you, Your Excellency. We'd like to appreciate the following stations: BCA 88.1 FM, Flow 94.9 FM, Family Love 99.9 FM, Magic 102.9 FM, Vision Africa 104.1 FM, Enimba 94.3 FM, Real 99.1 FM, Sun FM Iberi, Sun FM Aba, Zik 96.3 FM, Spain 95.3 FM, Rapid 96.5 FM, Pacesetter 103.5 FM, Buzz 89.7 FM, Masters 105.9 FM, Dawn 103.7 FM, Skills 87.7 FM, and our major online platforms. Thank you once again. Thank you to Your Excellency. I am Chinezerem Abakuru and with
Wisdom Thomas.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we'll be drawing the curtain on today's edition of Governor Alex Otti Speaks to Abians. But before then, I once again yield the microphone to His Excellency for his closing remarks. Thank you.
All right, let me thank everyone who participated, either remotely or in person here. Thank you for being part of the media event this evening. I want to also thank Abia people for their support. Thank them for their faith in their government. I want to also speak a little bit about the electric buses which we rolled out just before Christmas. The 20 buses have been plying the routes that were earmarked for them between Aba and Umuahia and Aba, within Umuahia, and then between Umuahia and Ohafia. It's on the pilot stage, and we made it free of charge for Abia people. And the report I get is that people are very happy with the buses. And the free service should be terminating by the 31st of this month. But that's I believe that we can extend it, and I've therefore directed that it should be extended to the end of February. So payment, thank you. So full payment would start from the 1st of March. So please enjoy the ride. If you have not used it, please make it a point of duty to ride in one of them, and I'm sure you'll be happy. So, having said that, I want to once again wish everybody Happy New Year and pray that God will continue to keep all of us. And it is also important that we are conscious of security around us. We are chief security officers in our different domains. So if you see something, say something. And you can be sure that this government will not sleep, because we want all of you to sleep. We are also glad, and we must thank our people for their interest in ensuring that public properties are protected, to ensure that all the work that is going on in different parts of the state are not sabotaged, and to also ensure that we continue to keep our environments clean. And I want to encourage us to continue to do that. And as we do that, we earn respect from the rest of the world. I'm sure you have seen a lot of people relocating their businesses to Abia because the environment has been made conducive, and the environment has enabled business to be attracted. So I want us to continue with what we're doing, so that our place will be a perfect heaven for business and other activities in Nigeria. Having said that, let me thank you once again for listening. God bless you.
The national anthem, please. The national anthem, please.